Hi everyone, it's Jody Stokes Familetti with Jody Stokes Fitness. You know what? When it's time to go back to school, it's time to go back to you. I find there's 2 times a year that you can really start to focus on yourself. The first one is before the holidays. Let's get going before we start eating a little bit more and enjoying in the holiday fare. Also, at the first of the year, which we all know, we're gonna be working on a 10-day, 10-minute challenge. For those of you that have liked and subscribed, thank you so much. For my newbies here, we're gonna start with some light weights and go back to the basics. For those of you who are working out for a little while, I want you guys to scroll through the videos. There's a 21-day plan challenge, there's a 12-day, and there's a 10-day. There's a couple of them out there, so scroll kind of far, find your challenge, stick with me. Thank you guys so much for your likes and subscribes. You're helping the video get out there to those who need it. We're gonna start with the alignment on the squat. So I want those feet right underneath your hips. You're gonna get your hips way back. You would love for your knees to be above the ankles, so check yourself in the mirror if you need to. Make sure that those knees especially are not over the toes. That's just gonna be hard for the knees. We're working with 10 reps with everything today. Just starting to warm up here. Squeeze as you come up the inner thigh a little bit up to the outer thigh and the glute. The arms are just hanging down. Now we're gonna add that hammer curl with it. You're getting a little momentum. It's helping you get your glutes back and your hips back. I'm also adding in a little bit of a tricep on the back. So little hammer, little tricep, warming up those arms. Good job, guys. We're gonna take it into a deadlift. Deadlift is for the back. So think of your L's, the lower lumbar, and you wanna squeeze as you come up. This is forward flexion. If you're sitting all day, this is an important exercise to do for that back, as well as going into a little bit of a hyperextension for a stretch. So you're gonna take it down, a little bit of a bent knee, then we're gonna bring it into a high, wide row. You can't tell from this angle, but my elbows are at 90 degrees, and I'm trying to bring those weights right underneath my chest. Engage that core super strong because you're in forward flexion with that back. Good, we're gonna bring it to the front. We've got some bicep curls, palms up. We wanna take those weights up toward the shoulder, but not to the shoulder, all right? That's overextension of the arm. Then you're just working your elbow more than you are your bicep. So I want you guys to feel the exercise while you're doing the exercise. We got 10 reps here. We're gonna bring it into some hammer curls now. We wanna try to keep those elbows in close to your waist. Again, tucking in those abs. Your knees are soft, right underneath your hips. Team. We'll go into a single, turning the palm on the up. Nice and strong here. You're starting to feel those biceps a little bit. If you need to take a breather, take a breather. If you can get through it, get through it. And those of you, again, if you want to go with heavier weights, go and grab some heavier weights. All right, let's go into that lunge. Here's how we align the lunge. I prefer for my clients to get in what I call 90-90. 90 degrees in the front and 90 degrees in the back. Leaning back just a little bit and utilizing the glute. Why? Because, gosh, when we actively age, you want to be able to get up off of the floor. So we want to engage that glute. So lean it back, unless we're doing a Bulgarian split squat where the knee is forward. We're going to stay right here and we're going to pulse it out for 10. Lean it back, abs are in. Nice and easy. Feel the glute in the back coming up off the back of the thigh. Switching legs, adjust, turn the heel, make sure everything is linear, and you can see that I have my back heel up, also engaging the calf, up through the hamstring, to the gluteal fold, right where the glute meets the hamstring. Hold it down and pulse it for 10. Good. let's go into some kickbacks here. Hinge slightly at the hip, the elbows are back, and you want to really tighten the back of the arm to engage the tricep. Again, feel where this is working. If those shoulders are moving back and forth, that means you're working too much of that shoulder. We don't want that. We want to isolate that shoulder and squeeze the tricep on the back. Single arm. When you do a single arm, you're able to get that arm up just a little bit higher. Keep those triceps engaged. Keep yourself in forward flexion. Okay, this is another one of my favorite exercises. It does get the medial delt, the tricep on the out, and a little bit of the bicep on the in. You want to make sure those shoulders are isolated again and those palms face the back wall. Check it out, you're already 5.5 minutes in. Both weights, overhead, elbows in, overhead tricep extension for 10. Let's take it into a plie squat, always one of my favorites. Why? Well, it gives you a little bit of external rotation with the hip. You're working your adductor muscle, the inner thigh muscle. You're also squeezing the vastus lateralis, that's the muscle on the outside of the thigh as you come up. So squeeze your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs, and we're gonna double down with the heels up. If you guys need a quick stretch, go ahead and take it because we got some shoulders here and we are going into 10 reps. So if those weights are a little heavy, please lighten it up, or you can even do this without weights. Shoulders are important, but we don't want to overexert ourselves. We want to be able to use those arms. So you're up for 10 lateral raises. Then we go into that upward row. This is important. Pull up high, hands close together. Feel the up and push down. Concentric, eccentric. Go ahead and take it into a shoulder press. Pull down just to about shoulder height. Take it up and tap the weights together. And we're going to bring it in for a pec deck, keeping those elbows up, and you're going to bring those elbows as close as you can together. Good work, team. Let's go ahead, take it down onto the floor. About 3 minutes left, 2.5. You're gonna do a chest press and a glute lift and a leg extension up into the air. Multi-jointed work here. Now, you're gonna be doing 10 on each leg, which means you're gonna be doing 20 chest presses. So, take a little breather if you need it. Or just put the weights down and keep the legs moving. Good work. Let's bring both of those weights together for a skull crusher. You have an option to lift those glutes again if you'd like to. You can see I'm on my toes. Team, let's go ahead and get some lower body in, some core, some abs. I want you guys to feel as though there's a little bit of an arch in your back. What you're doing is you're tilting your pubic bone down, your hip bones up, thus having a little arch in your back. What that means is you're not able to come up as high as you normally would, and you can really feel those abs. If you want to do it while your feet are off the floor, you have many options. You can keep your feet down where I started, or you can bring them up to 90 degrees. Still a slight arch in your back. Now you've put your back into what's called a neutral position. Long rectus abdominis work right here. Go into a nice easy bicycle kick. We're going to go ahead and take it to a single leg throw down. Now, if you have a weak back, make sure you keep those knees bent slightly. You can slow it down. We're going to turn it over. We're going to get about 10 to 20 seconds in for a quick plank. Hold your plank. Make sure your shoulders are above your elbows. Pull your abs in. If this is too difficult right now, just drop down to your knees. If you're doing all right, give me 10 seconds of tilt side to side. You guys are so amazing. I'm so proud of you. Back to you. Let's go through the holidays together. And that's it. Be fit.